everyone, on today's episode of Hubris Syndrome, how's your backlog doing? Hey everyone, welcome to the Welcome to the show. It's March, and we are in the thick of things. We got movies, we got TV, we got games. I got slobber on my mouth because it's so out of control right now. I'm gonna go through my queue, how I'm handling things, and comment heavy focus. I wanna know how you're doing, what your battle plan is for all of these games and movies coming out, or that are out. Let's dive right in. So first up, Dawn, hit it, spoilers. To me, anything is a spoiler for something as new as Captain Marvel. MCU spoilers are very sacred, so I'm not really gonna be spoiling it. But again, I think everything is a spoiler when it's something of this high stakes and something this new. So just warning if you're sensitive to it. Captain Marvel, again, we're trying to get a spoiler mode going. Bossman still needs to see it. Damiani couldn't really do it this week, so I think we're kicking it over to next week or so. So hang tight for the spoiler mode. But in the meantime, just a couple quick thoughts. I loved it, obviously. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved how many S.H.I.E.L.D. connections were in this movie. Coulson, Nick Fury, and I'm always a huge fan of watching a movie and getting the feeling, getting the vibe that they are just having a good time. And Brie Larson clearly was having a good time in this movie, and I just felt it the whole way through. Absolutely loved it. Next up, we've brought this up numerous times because this is kind of the only place where we really talk about The Walking Dead. The newest episode, Choke Point. We learned about Beta, the Whisperers, and he's Alpha's right-hand man, and he's like this 7-foot brute, giant, merciless fighter, and he gets into a tangle with Daryl, and it was so awesome. It was just nice to see this really grounded combat that we hadn't seen in a really long time, because last season was all about just war and guns and shooting and hiding behind cover and faceless people just like pop, pop, pop. And this fight was grimy, it was intimate, it was high stakes because of everything that's going on with Lydia and Henry, which I'm so invested in. Please just let them live happily ever after on an island somewhere. And it just gave me this whole episode gave me full-on slasher vibes. The Whisperers have injected this horror tone into The Walking Dead that has been gone for so long, and it's just fun to watch again. I'm really feeling it. Next on the list, The Division 2. Streamed a little bit of The Division 2 the other day, but I was having some technical difficulties. I am currently reviewing it, but I've just put some time in, and I'm really liking what I've seen so far. I did like a pretty intense mission solo, and I kept dying on it, which was really awesome. I was like, dude, I'm dying a lot. This actually feels good, And then I match made with some random people. They all came in. We started doing our jumping jacks. It was really good vibes. And then just the way all the skills worked together seemed really awesome. I can't wait to see how that plays out in the end game, which everyone has been hyping up. Not Avengers Endgame, which is coming April 26th. April 26th, Avengers Endgame. I'm talking about the Division 2 Endgame. Again, though, really like what I'm seeing so far, and can't wait to just continue to dive deeper in to see how it all plays out. And lastly, I've been going through, for the last year and a half or so, Devil May Cry. So I'd wanted to replay the Devil May Cry's when they came out on PS3, that HD remaster. I picked that up from a store, never got around to it. Then they released them again on PS4, and I was like, okay, now's my chance again. 5 is coming, gotta do this. It had been ages since I played through all the Devil May Crys. I'd finished them all before when they came out, but it had been many, many years. And before 5, such a huge release, I wanted to go back, just check them all out again, and be fully caught up because I love lore. So I am currently on Devil May Cry 4 now, which is amazing, but also frustrating because 5 is out and everyone's already beat it. I came to work today. The game's been out for a weekend. Damiani? Yeah, I'm on my 3rd playthrough. Brad? Oh yeah, I already beat it. Ben? See, reviewed it. He's beat it numerous times. So everyone is like, I feel like I missed the boat. Everyone's done with the game. I'm still hanging out last gen PS3 version, Devil May Cry 4, but really, really stoked to play 5. But I ask you, do you ever go through an old series to catch up to a new one, or do you just dive right in? Do you plan way in advance? Because again, I started playing 1 and 2 like years ago and then just fell off, put them on the back burner, Got to 3, waited a while, finally played 3 recently. That final fight is a 10 out of 10. I won't spoil it if you too are going through all the Devil May Cries. But let me know what series you've done that for. There was a comment the other day where someone finished RE Remake right before RE2 Remake, which is really awesome. So I just love that stuff. Catching up on old franchises, our motto, it's never too late. And that's it. That's my current queue. Division 2 is gonna take all of my foreseeable time, which is really alarming because Devil May Cry 4 I gotta get through to get to Devil May Cry 5, which is like my #1 game I wanna play. And then Sekiro is right around the corner. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna wait to play Devil May Cry 5 until after Sekiro? Am I gonna bump Sekiro? Don't tell Ian, don't tell Brad. I'm not bumping that. So who knows? How are you handling things? It's March, there's a ton of stuff. Next month, we got Game of Thrones, we got Avengers Endgame. In May, we've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's also the 100 coming back. It's out of control. How are you doing? How are you doing out there? I'm at Michael B. Huber on Twitter. Tweet me there. Let me know how you are. And obviously in the comments, really want to know what you're playing, what you're watching, what kind of your order is. You gotta have a plan, right? A plan of attack. Like Captain Marvel was coming out. It's like, all right, gotta get through the entire MCU, then hit Captain Marvel, then hit Avengers Endgame. Same with Game of Thrones. Gotta rewatch all of Game of Thrones. Boom, ready for the final season because this is a once in a lifetime. It's the culmination. We got a year of culminations. That's what 2019 is all about. We got Star Wars Episode 9 looming. It's looming over here, it's coming. Thanks for watching, everyone. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to Anthem's air-to-ground melee takedown tracking with the Colossus. Feels good.